what I notice, for this is the reality here, is that I cannot detach from judging myself and still judging others. My experience is that these two are so connected that it's even impossible to say, like, okay, I don't judge myself, but I judge others. No. I notice that in the same measure I judge the others, I judge myself. Because there is the judgments that are towards yourself, you don't see them. You don't see the correspondence. You see that, okay, I'm judging too much the outside reality, but with me I'm not judging. But if you look deeper, you'll realize that you are harsh on you also. Okay, why I'm saying this is because we should not focus too much on how much we judge the others. It's like focusing on the branches and not taking care of the root. Take care first of the root, and then the branches will follow. Watching how the mind is judging the outside object is still, in some measure, kind of watching outside. Because the mind gets entangled, I'm thinking bad about this person, blah blah blah. But then going to the root, it means to see, for example, how bad I am that I'm judging. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like a different layer. Something is happening and I judge a person. Oh, look at the color of this shirt, it's not nice. And then if I have the attention on me, I see the more subtle thing which is there, like, you are so not spiritual, like you are still judging people. And there's also a judgment towards the identity. Because in the end, what it's getting down to, it's like all this judgment, what was the problem with them? They bring up some negative feeling in the body. This is why we want to get rid of them, ultimately. The judgment towards oneself, I'm not talking about the exterior judgment, but the judgment towards me, it's a conflict, it's a fight, it's a duality inside myself, which spreads in the body a message of fight. Like, okay, now there is this and there is this, and they have to fight in order to survive, one or the other. And then in the body, you feel the feeling of, it's very, very, very subtle. In normal interaction, you don't feel this. But this comes from where? From the animal realm, where there is me and the reality, and either I have to eat, either I will be eaten. Now, self-love is going so much beyond of this interaction. Like I described two parts. It's the one that judges and the one which is judged, which can be transplanted outside, like with the object outside or with the object inside. So going so much beyond this duality that you are in a space in which this happens. And that's it, this happens. You cannot even say anything about it. Because once you say something about it, once you assume a role, once you start to be interested even in it, just very small interest, like it's like a judge which takes sides and then stops losing the quality of being a judge, because he cannot spread justice. Once he takes a little bit of side of one or the other, then he is interested, and wants to win and the other to lose. But I notice actually that the judgment that we receive from outside is basically triggering the judgments from inside. You know what I mean? For example, if you have a parent which tells you, I told you should do this, you are so bad son or daughter because you didn't do this. So when you have this, it's like a trigger, it's like someone is pushing your button and triggers this inner judgment of yourself towards yourself. Then is the strand of, I don't even know how to call it, let's say consciousness, to just allow that, like that movie to play inside it without assigning some actor some role.